We've had a lot of requests over the years for a beefier tabletop wet belt sander. We already offer the Covington 761, which is a good, decent tabletop wet belt sander at an excellent price, but it does have a 3rd horsepower motor, so it's a little bit weaker on torque and power, and the belts are a little smaller at 3 inches wide by 41.5 inches long. In some situations, you may want something that's a little more powerful, a little more industrial, but you may not have the space for a full-size 4x106 wet belt sander. So now we offer our 4x64 inch wet belt sander. So you've got a tabletop version that's a much more professional industrial grade belt sander. It comes with 4-inch wide belts with 64-inch length, so you have plenty of grinding surface area to work with. Instead of that 1/3 horsepower motor, we've got a full 1 horsepower motor, so you've got plenty of power and plenty of torque. So we're going to show you the highlights of this sander real quick, just so you can get to know it. You've got your 4x106 belts here. As with most tabletop wet belt sanders, it's going to come standard with a flat platen instead of a roller platen. A 1 horsepower motor, so you got plenty of strength, plenty of torque. You've got a water supply on the front of this sander for a direct water connection with both an on-off valve and a solenoid controller, so you can hook this up to your power. So when you turn on your power, it will open your valve with your solenoid for your direct water connection that you can use with your regular water supply from your city or county area. So this gives you a spray on the front of the belt sander. But in a lot of smaller shops, you may not have water as a direct connection for these smaller sanders like this. So we've also added on the back side of this sander, the entire back section here is actually a water container. So you can fill water in the top here to the top and get about 30 minutes of working time from a gravity-fed water system that has an on-off valve here at the back. So you don't have to have a direct water connection if you don't have that available in your shop. Simply fill the back container on this wet belt sander for about 30 minutes worth of gravity-fed water that will spray to the back of your belts as you're working. So you don't have to worry about trying to get a direct connection to your belt sander if you don't have one in your shop. So you can still go with a higher grade industrial tabletop wet belt sander and have a gravity-fed water system without a direct water connection. For your water basin, we also have a very convenient drain plug here. Now you can leave this in if you want to and simply mop up out of your water basin, or you can pull out the drain plug, create your own drain line here with your own plug and tubing that you can hook up from any hardware store. So it makes it super easy to keep this nice and clean and not overflowing with water. On our tension arm here, we have a tension lock. So it's really simple to pull down on your tension arm. Simply rotate your tension lock and it will lock and hold your tension arm down. So it's easy to change your belts out. Once you've changed your belts out, you pull down on your tension arm again to release tension on the lock, pull the lock out, rotate it, and tension is reapplied to your belt. So it makes it super easy to change out your belts without a whole lot of effort.